Hey guys, welcome back. Today I just wanted to talk about some new makeup that's coming up and wanted to share with you whether or not I am going to be picking any of this up or if it's a bit of a pass for me. I've got quite a few items, so I'm not going to do a preamble, we're just going to dive right into it. So I've got screenshots on my phone, I've got the items written down, and I'm going to insert pictures as well. So just to make room for that, I'm just going to shuffle over a little bit here so that the pictures can go in here. The first one I wanted to talk about is the Glam Glow My Little Pony collection, I suppose. There are 3 different masks that they are putting out, picture here, and these are the Gravity Mud masks. Now, I was intrigued, I really was. That pink sparkly one nearly sucked me in. However, these masks are about $70 Canadian on the Sephora website, and that is just too rich for my blood for what is ultimately a gimmick. Now, I have used the original Gravity Mud mask before, the silver one, and it's okay. For $70, it should be far better than okay. It doesn't break me out, it doesn't aggravate my skin in any way, but nor does it really create visible results for me. My go-to is the Boscia Luminizing Black Charcoal Mask. I haven't encountered anything that leaves my skin feeling as clean and as soft and as well hydrated as that one does. And that one retails for $45. The next one on my list is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette that is coming out. I've heard tell that it may actually smell like lemons, which if they've executed it well, I'm all about that life because I love citrus scents. This is one that intrigues me. It's going to depend on the price point, really. And I don't have any information on that yet, and I don't know that it's even been released. It's on pre-order on Amazon. I haven't checked it out for Canada yet. We tend to get stuff well after the ship has left in the United States. But the colors intrigue me. I really like the yellow. The 4 shades in the middle are really what sell it to me. So I'm just looking at it on my phone, but I'll put the picture up. So again, it's just going to depend on the price point. It's certainly one that intrigues me. I do like the colors selection that they've used, and I think there's a lot of versatility in this palette. So as long as it's in like the under 20 range, I think I'll be picking that one up, if only just to test it and to see if it smells good. So the next item on my list isn't really a palette per se. It's an eyeshadow stack from Melt Cosmetics, and the one that I'm referring to is the Baby Girl stack. I like the performance of these palettes, and I actually like the packaging itself. Like it's quite compact. But when I look at this Baby Girl stack, individually the shadows look really beautiful, but all together I don't need another warm palette per se, and they look like shadows that I already have. So while I'm sure they perform beautifully and I really can't fault the colors, I just don't need this in my life, and the price point's quite high, so it's going to be a pass for me. Let's talk a little Urban Decay. So they're coming out with a whole collection, the Beached Collection. I'm not sure when it's hitting stores. I'd have to do a little bit more research on that. But they're releasing 3 lipsticks, 2 bronzers, 2 different eye pencils, and then a palette. It's boring. I'm sorry. It's boring. The lipsticks are nothing inspired. The bronzers, I mean, you can't really do much with bronzers. They are what they are. But the eyeshadow palette it looks ho-hum to me. And to me, Urban Decay is kind of hit and miss. Sometimes their shadows are fantastic. The collaboration that they did with Kristen Leanne, I absolutely love that. I do like the Back Talk palette as well. I don't like the packaging, but I do like the performance of the shadows. But like their Vice palettes and stuff like that, they don't really do it for me. And this, again, they're colors that I already have. it's a pass for me. It doesn't speak to me. The collection that I am looking forward to though is the new collaboration between MAC and Patrick Starrr. He is releasing 2 lipsticks, 2 lip glosses, 2 face palettes, and 2 eyeshadow palettes. And I don't have MAC eyeshadows. I have one that a friend of mine no longer used, so she gave it to me, and it's malt. It's basically the blandest shade possible, but I do actually get a lot of use out of it just for transition. But both of these eyeshadow palettes look intriguing to me. I passed on the first collaboration that he did with MAC. It was too safe. It was recreating the wheel. I already had those shades. It wasn't anything that really spoke to me. But these ones, however, and the packaging is gorgeous, like spot on with the packaging. But both of those eyeshadow palettes really intrigued me. If I had to pick one over the other, I'd go for the purple one. And both of the lipsticks actually look really nice too. I'm not big on the lip glosses, but the lipsticks look really nice. So I can see myself picking up one of the eyeshadow palettes at least, and possibly one of the lipsticks as well. The blushes, it's going to depend on the price for me. I've got so many blushes that I don't really have any need for that, but these eyeshadow palettes, I am on board with the color selections in these. I'm so happy to see that he's stepped way outside of the box and is pushing color, because we need more of that in our lives. We really do. So good on you, Patrick Starrr and MAC. Alright, so Rihanna is back at it again. Fenty Beauty is releasing some new products. They have the Body Lava Luminizer, the Kabuki brush that comes with it, and then the Fairy Bomb Pom Pom. I get it. I get it. But I also don't get it, because I only have American prices here. Basically all of my information is coming from Trend Mood, just because it's a good source for everything all in one shot. So the American prices, this pom-pom is $42. That means it's going to be like a $50 pom-pom up here in Canada. I don't need that. $50 for a pom-pom? I mean, it's cute, but how do you clean it? How do you store it? How do you care for it? Do you really need it? And then the Body Lava itself, this luminizer is going to be $59 US, which means it's going to be like 65 plus, closer to 70 up here in Canada. I'm not one who really has any need to put luminizing stuff all over my body. Like, I work an office job. When I'm not at the office, I'm at home doing the mom thing. My kids don't give 2 craps if I'm shiny or not. Like, I really have no need for it. And I'm not going to spend like $60 to $70 for something that I could just use a regular highlighter for, if that's the look that I wanted to go for. But very rarely in my life does an opportunity arise where I'm like, hey, I'm not shiny enough. I need more glow. And not for that price point. So that whole thing is just a big pass for me. Oh, surprise, surprise, Colorpop is releasing more stuff. Shocking, I know. So they've come out with their festival collection, so they're calling it Festival Essentials, and what it is a collection of single eyeshadows, and then there's also, I don't know if they're selling these individually or not actually, but the Ultra Satin Lip Collection, they're probably going to sell them individually. They typically do. For me, I don't know, man. I like the Ultra Satin lips, I really do. But these shades are nothing really unique to me. Like, I pretty much have that entire selection of colors. And then the singles, although there are some shades in here that are definitely unique, on the whole, this isn't really screaming for me. The orange pressed eyeshadow, though, I can see myself, well, you know what, having said that, I have the this one here, the Super Shock in Monkey Business, which is orange, so I really don't need a pressed shadow in orange either. So scratch all of that. I don't think I'll be getting any of this. So the one that I am on the fence about is the KKW and Mario palette. I'm not a KKW fan. I'm really not. I don't do the whole Kardashian thing. I don't get it, to be honest. I think I'm just old. Like, I just really don't get the intrigue of any of them. However, the palette is pretty, and I missed out on the ABH Mario palette, and I still, regret that decision so hard. Because every time I see people use it, I'm like, yeah, I do. I fucking needed that. I really did. I don't know. I'm so torn on this one because on the one hand, I'm like, just out of principle, I don't want to support her because I don't. But it's so pretty. And I saw the video that Nikki Tutorials did where she did half of her face and Mitchell did the other half, and both looks were stunning. Now granted, they could probably use like dirt from the bottom of a puddle and still make it look amazing, but the shadows kind of speak to me. I have these colors, I don't need this, I really don't, but it's pretty. So I'm totally on the fence. Anyways, every now and then I'm conflicted about stuff. Alright, so then I just want to talk about the palette that will probably never be, although it really should have been. If you follow Trend Mood on Instagram, you will have seen on Easter Sunday, aka April Fool's Day, the Tartelette palette that she posted with the atrocious name of Icy Betch. So, blues, greens, like an indigo, some silvery shades. I don't know why I'm showing you this because the picture's going to come up, but I just really want to drive this point home. It's fucking beautiful. This is what the Mermaid Palette should have been. So here's the thing with this though. I don't know who made the joke. So I don't know if Tarte actually posted this and then said April Fools and then took it down after they realized what a fucking dumb joke that was, or if this was just Trend Mood making a joke. I don't really know because it was on Trend Mood's page but not on Tarte's when I looked at any rate. So I don't know who originated the joke. But if Tarte actually did, I bet they're regretting that decision right about now, because based on the comments that I saw, people would snap this up in a heartbeat, and I would be one of them. I would love to see Tarte go outside of the box. They've created this little safe, warm, neutral space for themselves, and they tried. They dipped their toe with the Be a Mermaid and Splashed Your Tail, or whatever the fuck the palette was called. I bought it, I reviewed it, I'll link my review. I ultimately returned the palette. The packaging I really liked, but I couldn't keep a $50 palette just because of the packaging. There were 3 shades that were mermaid-esque, and then the rest was basically Tartelette in Bloom. That's basically what it was. So if they ever came out with something like that, they should know the market is there for it. I think there's a bit of a warm neutral fatigue going on in consumers. Not all of us can get away with wearing shades like this to work, but that doesn't mean that we don't want these palettes in our lives. Look at Urban Decay Electric palette, the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette. There are so many colorful palettes. The BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil. There's a ton of colorful palettes out there and people are buying them. They may not be wearing them every day, but they are buying them and they're playing with them and they're wearing them out and they're enjoying them. Give us what we want, Tarte. Give it to us. Change the name from Icy Betch to fucking anything else and I would totally be on board with this. I'm tired of bitch. I'm tired of it. Stop referring to everything as bitch. And I'm not just talking to Tarte here. I'm talking to like any brand out there. No, just stop it. Just stop it. But this, that green, that whole row with the green, the turquoise, the green, the cobalt blue. Yes, please, I want it on my face right now. Anyways, I'll stop rambling about that because as far as I know, it's not an actual thing. But if it was, I would buy it in a freaking heartbeat. So anyways, those are some new products that are coming up and my thoughts on them, what I'm going to be picking up, what I'm going to be passing on. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And if there's any release that I didn't mention that you are particularly excited about, please leave me a comment down below because I'm not aware of everything and I would love to be. So if there's something that you're really interested in, let me know because chances are I'll be very interested in it too. Unless it's a warm neutral palette called Yo Bitch, then it's a hard pass for me. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.